So I'm building this end piece for my bed. This is a piece that's going to go up against the wall. And what I'm doing here is I'm putting the screws in. I'm staggering them a little bit. And I'm going ahead and I'm drilling the holes for them because they will split out, and I don't want them to split out. I want them to have nice strength here and not have to worry about that splitting out. So we'll put this together. We're going to put another furnace strip, smaller one on the bottom, going across. And then I'll show you what this looks like when I get it into the camper. Just going over some dimensions here. Just like I say, this is my end piece. I'm going from the outer edge here to the inner edge. Here is 32 inches. My height is going to be right at 14 and a half. And my mattress is going to sit down in here. We'll see that when we get kind of put together. So now we've created one of the end pieces. We're going to make the complete mirror image of this for the other side over here. And then our bed will run long ways this way. And this will be the extension on the back where I'll be putting my little shelf that I'm talking about putting on there. So what we have here is we got the two ends on here, and maybe I can explain it to you a little bit more now. Like I say, here's the one end over here on this side, and here's the other end over here on this side. And like I say, the bed's going to be from here to the front, so it's 32 inches. And then we got this back section here that I extend over. Gives us enough room for these crates to fit in here. Now, as you can see, I'm going to have to cut around this power strip because it's covered at the bottom. So I'm going to have to cut around that part. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run a same furnace strips, the thick one on the top, little one on the bottom, across the front. Probably put a brace in the middle. Then the back here, I'm actually going to bring it only a little ways over and then down. Same thing here, over and down. That gives us a spot without anything blocking where we can slide stuff up under the bed from this direction. So we'll get together with that. Got to mark this to cut and get our measurements for our verticals on here. So this is kind of what I've drawn up here. This is the bed. Sits up a little higher than I kind of thought I might do, but I think I'm going to be okay because the mattress is actually going to sit down on this ledge. I'm going to put slats in here. Now I've got to do some extra supports. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure from here to here, here to here, put at least 2 down boards here. And then in the back I'm going to put down boards as well, but I'm going to try to keep them to the edge. That way it opens up. I'm not going to have this bottom strip at the back. That way I can slide things in there without having to worry about that board being in my way. And then I'll put a rail on here on the edge and have for my slats. I may end up running the 2x4 across the middle, all the way across, to give myself more support on those slats in the middle, because this is a little less than 32 inches across here. So I'm going to use a 4-inch memory foam mattress, so I don't want it to sag. It's going to take a lot of support in the middle, so we'll have to figure that out as we go along. And for now, I'm going to get my measurements here for these boards and maybe back here in the back. So I hope you're getting a little bit of a vision here. This is what I've got set up on the front side. I've got these support pieces in here on the front side, and you'll notice they're attached on the inside. I was going to make them flush, but my foam mattress I think is going to not be an issue. I'm just going to have those come up and make them a little stronger. Now if you look in the back, you'll see what I did in the back. I put a bar across and up, and the same thing on the other side, which you can't really see there. But the key there is I'm leaving this open here where I can slide stuff in. I was originally going to put a drawer out here for my stove, but I've changed my mind on that. So what I'm going to do now is I have a table, or it's actually a setup for actual cooking setup, and it's going to slide under here, and my stove will slide under, and anything else I want to slide in here won't worry about this bar being in my way like I do here in the front. Now I can still store stuff in the front, but I'm just going to have to plop it over that edge. And so now I've got to go down and make a thin strip that's going to go along the base of this edge here on both sides. That'll hold my slats that I'm going to put down. So you can see I've got my tack strips on the edges here. I ripped the actual fern strip in half and used that. Put that in with some screws. Got that in here on the far side as well. And I have my first slat in place. Right now the slats look like they're running about 31 3/4, which is about right because I did the whole bed at 32. So don't have the measurements exact on this, but it's working out pretty good. I didn't go all the way to 70 inches in here. I went about 69, so it's about an inch, half inch on each side basically. So it kind of moves around a little bit, but not much. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm gonna get my slats done, and what I'm gonna do with these slats, I'm gonna use my normal fern strips up this way. In the center part, where my butt end's gonna be, where I'll be sitting up in bed, I'm gonna have this kind of beefed up in the center section. And we'll have to see how much give this is. And if we're not happy with that, we're probably gonna make a little piece coming up, going over, just to give it some extra beef in the middle here. And still leave this open down underneath here. So we'll get our slats done, and I'll show you what we have when we get done with the slats. Okay, as far as in here, I've still got to, I'm going to order my mattress. This is here just temporary, just to try it out. I'm going to also add tables back here. That's why I have an extension. I'll make some kind of cantilever deal where it supports a shelf back here in this corner, and then another shelf over here in this corner. So there'll be two shelves that'll come out, and then this will be just kind of open right through here. Like I say, underneath we'll slide the table and my camp stove. Well, this is what we finished up with. We've got the platform built up here, got the slats in. I may have to add one more slat at the bottom here, and I may beef it up in the middle. We'll just have to see how that goes. But this is the basic platform the way I wanted it, and it's working out pretty good. It's a little bit tight if you set up in the bed. My head just barely hits the ceiling a little bit, but that doesn't bother me. So we're going to order a mattress to go on here, a 4-inch foam mattress. Okay, we've got this bed pretty well done. I'm going to throw some measurements at you. And basically from the front of the bed, you got to understand I'm going to have tables back here at the back. So from the front of the bed all the way to the door, you're looking at 4 feet, right up to the edge of the seal of the door. And again, my bed from edge to edge is right at 33 inches. Across I did 69 inches across. Like I say, there's 70 inches in there, but I'm giving it about a ½ inch play on each side. My height from the top right up to, it's 14.5 inches. And that way it clears these bins. And then if you look here for your bin size, I have about little over 14 inches for clearance on those bins. This one here is a little bigger than this standard bin here, but I have 14 inches on both. So that's about it on the measurements. But I'm pretty happy with what I've got so far, and so that's where I'm going to leave it for now. And actually, you have to check me out on another video when I get my foam mattress in and I finish up those tables. So thanks for watching, and I hope this helped you out and ideas for you to put a bed in yours.